Are you missing out on interviews, music, entertainment, thought-provoking discussions, and more? Don't sweat it, man. We've got you covered. No matter where you are, be part of the action 24/7, online and live. Caesar Radio.
On Facebook, it's Rapid FM Umuahia. On Instagram, it's official Rapid FM. And on X, it is Rapid FM 965. Tune in to Rapid 96.5 FM or listen to us live on our website at www.rapidfm965.com or radiogarden.com. Better yet, get our mobile app from the Google Play Store. Catch the pulse of the Southeast on Rapid 96.5 FM, the sound of your city.
Hey, Oyanam, all Caesar Radio.
My name is also.
My name is Ima Ehumadu, aka Labista.
My name is DK, aka Mamachi Edu.
Keep watching Rapid TV.
You are watching Rapid TV.
Shout out to Rapid TV.
Hey, Rapid TV, Carigo.
The biggest, the finest, the only Rapid TV.
Rapid TV.
Yes, keep watching.
Don't go nowhere. Don't touch that dial.
Keep watching Rapid TV.
This is me giving a rapid response to Rapid TV.
Good morning and welcome back. Hope you had a great time right there on Sports with Emmanuel Okafor and of course Eastern Circle with Daisy and Michael. We did plan a lot of things for you today, but no problem, not to worry. We can still, have a lot to talk about tomorrow. But this time around, like I promised, I will be having a guest with me on the show, not in person, but virtual. He's joining us virtually, and we're going to be having a one-on-one conversation. But I'd like to share a song with you, and when I come back, we will talk more about the song, the personality, the song of the personality, and so many things involved. This is a song by the legendary William Onyeabor. It's called When the Going is Good. I'm definitely sure that you are nodding your head and moving your head side to side, especially during the part of higher, 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 higher. I didn't want it to stop. But yes, that is When the Going is Smooth by William Onyeabor. And this particular song was, it trended a very, very long time ago. So just to give you a brief about the late legendary William, he was a Nigerian funk musician and businessman, and his music was widely heard in the late 1970s and early 80s. And one thing you should know that despite his huge success, he remained a private figure. You know, there's just some persons who just like to have their private life intact. And most times when you are legendary like that, sometimes your kids don't exactly know how respected you are until they come to term and they're like, oh, this is who you are. But there's one interesting thing. A lot of people thought that the song, I spoke to a couple of them like, oh, I didn't know it was a Nigerian who did the song. We thought it was someone from, no, it wasn't somebody from anywhere. It was a Nigerian who did this particular song. And he has other interesting songs to his name, like Good Name, and a whole lot more. And so this morning, we have the son of the legendary William Onyeabor in the person of Charles Onyeabor. And guess what? He's also a music artist. It's so great to have him join us virtually on the show this morning. Good morning, Charles. I am very well. How about you?
I'm okay, thank you. Thank you for having me.
You're welcome. I'm sure you were nodding your head side to side when your father's song was playing.
Yes, I was, you know. It feels good listening to my father's songs.
Okay. So I mean, maybe you were quite young at the time when he was, you know, the rave of the moment where everyone was, in fact, even till now, when this particular song plays, people can still relate to it. But some persons will say, maybe Sir William saw the future, because even till now, that song is so relatable. And it's almost like it's an evergreen song. How do you feel knowing that your father, you know, made such a legendary evergreen song?
I feel blessed. I feel lucky. Like it's really crazy. And I didn't know how big my father was until he passed on. I knew he was big, but I didn't know how much people could relate to his songs, you know, even up to today. So I feel so happy, lucky, and blessed.
Okay, that's beautiful. Now, you are also into the music line. I mean, your dad was not just a music artist, he was also a businessman. And I'm definitely sure you're also towing the part of business and music as well. I mean, let's now start with, I've listened to a couple of your songs and I've seen a couple of your performances and the likes. One would think that, oh, maybe you're going to do like your father's kind of music. Why did you choose a different path?
Well, there are some of my songs that sounds like, you know, that like his, you know. I'm a very versatile artist. If you listen to my sounds, you hear so many genres. And I guess I was being inspired by his own, you know, sounds. Because many people tell me that my music is very different and stuff. So I'm more or less like my father. I do my own thing. I don't like following the crowd or doing what everybody's doing. I'm just doing me.
Okay, that's good. And so just to let you know that Charles is an Italian Nigerian singer, and he has a whole lot of songs to his name. And he's also a songwriter and as well a businessman. And he's the other son of the electro Afro-funk pioneer William Onyeabor. That is just a brief information you need to know. Now he has lots of music, but it will be pleasing to listen to just one song from Charles. And this particular one is called Ifekili. Ifekili. I'm sure you're going to love this one. Are you laughing at me, Charles?
No, like I was like trying to know the song you're about to play. That's cool. Frankly, it's late. People love it.
Okay, and I love Ifekili as well. Come on, it's a great song. So when we play the song, you would tell us.
Before you play the song, let me tell you why. Okay, Play the song, then I'll tell you why I made it Fenkiri and how it's all came about.
Okay, maybe you should tell us about the song first. Tell us about the song.
Okay, they contacted me last year that Fino was coming to Germany for a show, and I was going to perform on that day, November 1st. So I said, okay, I was really happy about it. Oh, I'm going to be on the same stage with Fino. I was so happy. So I started to, think about some of my songs I was going to perform that day. And then, while I was thinking about it, I was like, okay, this show there's gonna be a lot of Igbo people, that love Fino, a lot of his fans. So I need to do something like Fino, something that relates to his fans or something like that. That was how I started thinking about Ifenkili, because me myself, I'm Ifenkili. So that was how everything started, and I started writing the song, and surprisingly, when this song debuted the day of the show, November 1st.
Okay.
And people loved it a lot. People loved it. After the show, people were like, "Guy, who you be? I never hear your name before. I love this song. Or Ifenkili, one of my guys be Ifenkili." So, and nowadays people don't even call me Charles anymore. They call me Ifenkili. So. Yeah.
So permit us to call you Ifenkili, right?
Yeah.
Okay. So we do have Ifenkili actually by Charles. So we'll just go on a very short break, and then we would get to hear Ifenkili right about now.
Are you missing out on interviews, music, entertainment, thought-provoking discussions, and more? Don't sweat it, man. We've got you covered. No matter where you are, be part of the action 24/7, online and live.
On Facebook, it's Rapid FM Umuahia. On Instagram, it's official Rapid FM. And on X, it is Rapid FM 965. Tune in to Rapid 96.5 FM or listen to us live on our website at www.rapidfm965.com or radiogarden.com.
Better yet, get our mobile app from the Google Play Store.
Catch the pulse of the Southeast on Rapid 96.5 FM, the sound of your city.
Hey, Oyanam, all Radio.
My name is
My name is Onyeabor, aka Labista.
My name is DK, aka I'm watching you do.
Keep watching Rapid TV.
You are watching Rapid TV.
Okay, Charles, are you there? Okay, so we just finished dancing to the work of your hands. Okay, so now I do know that this is, when there's this thing that happens when you drop an amazing song that a lot of Nigerians can relate to, and then there's this desire that when your next song is coming out, a lot of people want you to sound the same way. And this song, Ifenkili, looks exactly like that kind of song that people will expect you that you should keep doing songs like this. Like, did you get that pressure when you dropped Ifenkili?
Yes, people were like, "Hey, guy, now this thing be your style. Now this, may you stick on this one. May you now this one. Hey, guy, So, but the thing is, I'm very versatile. I drop my songs. I write my songs from the way it comes to me, the inspiration I get. So, but I also, after the Ifenkili song, I decided that I'll be doing some songs with with some Igbo vibes. I don't know if you've heard "Fall Like Rain" with Rex AJC.
I'm not sure about that. I'm not sure about that, but I would look for it. I will.
So, okay, that one is actually a really dope song. So I used a lot of Igbo on the song as well.
Does it sound like
So, and
Ifinkele?
people really, um, more or less, it's a different vibe. Um, I think you should play the song if you want to, so you can. It's called "Fall Like Rain." Whenever you have time, you can play it.
Okay, okay, that's nice.
Yeah.
I know you also have a song called Sawa, or is it Shower now?
Sour. Yeah,
Sour.
sour.
Okay, and then I mean, we will still play when we wrap up the conversation. There's another of your song that we're going to play, and you're going to be like, okay, okay, but that will not be now. That will be like towards the end of the conversation. We're going to play that particular one. So I know you have albums, you have EPs, you have a lot of things that you're working on. I'm not going to say when are you going to feature me because I'm not I'm not that a music person.
I'll feature you if you can sing, no problem.
Okay, we'll work on that. We'll definitely work on that.
Maybe you can do the intro.
That's a good idea. Now some words. We'll speak some words in the music.
Yes.
That'll be fantastic. I'll be waiting for that. So let's now look at what are your forthcoming projects and what is your plan, for your fans, your listeners, people who are looking up to you when it comes to music. They're like, we just can't wait to see what 2025 is up in the box for Charles. What does he have in store for us? And then are you going to be having like a tour? Which big artists are you working on collaborating with? And what's the next level for you, for Charles?
Well, there are so many things on the line which I can't really say now, but I plan to drop on another album by the end of the year.
Okay.
I'm working on some songs, and hopefully I'm going to feature some artists. For me, I want to do my music differently. It's not about featuring big artists or anything. I would love to feature talented people or give an opportunity to people that don't have the kind of opportunity that I have. The music industry is very, very difficult. It's not easy. You don't get money. If you don't get money, if you don't get contacts, if you can have all the talent in the world and you're not going anywhere. That's the truth. It's not like many years ago, you have to be extremely talented and stuff, and you will excel. But now, you can have the best voice, the best swag. If you don't have money to promote, you're not going anywhere. So, for now, like last month, I did a show in Amsterdam, which was successful. I have another show next month, by the grace of God, with Charlie Poppy. Yeah, I have a lot of things, coming on, and we are planning a tour, but we don't know when to start. We're still planning. We're trying to strategize well before we can release the dates.
Okay.
So for my fans, I get a lot of messages from them in my inbox, telling me what they think I should do. So I got a message 2 days ago. Somebody was like, "Your music is really good. Please keep on pushing more. You are supposed to be. The world needs to hear your music and stuff like that." And those things really encourages me to keep on, doing what I do. So I'll keep on dropping good songs for them, and I hope to keep on getting more inspirations so as to keep on writing.
Okay. So Charles, before I let you go this morning, I know, you really need to rest, I know. Before I let you go this morning, do you ever feel pressured? Like, oh, there is so much pressure on you to be absolutely amazing because of the legacy of your father. Do you get to feel that pressure like, oh, I'm doing music? If I wasn't doing music, that's a different thing. But I've stepped my faith into music, and there's so much pressure. You do not want to disappoint for very many reasons. Do you ever get to feel like that?
Yeah, sometimes I do. The truth is, I've been avoiding this music thing for many years. When I got to Italy more than 20 years ago, I've always wanted to do music, but it wasn't easy for me here because of the level of racism and stuff here. So I had to quit. But When my father died in 2017, it was like there was this void in me, that, I just felt like since he's gone, his legacy has to continue. But I wasn't really sure of what I wanted to do. So until, there was a day I was listening to BBC radio and I heard some white people saying that they got married with William Onyeabor songs. They did this, they did that, so many things because he's more popular in the Western world than Nigeria. So, I was thinking, I didn't know what to do, how to start and stuff like that. Then um, COVID changed everything. When COVID struck. So we all had to stay at home for like 3 months. That was when I had time to reflect, to think, okay, what am I going to do? And that was when I made the decision to continue with the legacy. So I started with my first song, my debut single, They Can't Pull Us Down. It sounded very funky. I wasn't really sure of, everybody knew me as a business guy, and all of a sudden,
music.
I just released it. In fact, after doing that song, I invited my friends to my house. I didn't tell them that I recorded the song. I just called them, to my house. And when they came, I invited them to my house for lunch. So when they came, they just saw camera guys and they were like, "What's going on?" I said, I'm making a music video. They were like, "What's in the happen? Which one music video?" I said I did a song. They started laughing. So when I played the song for them, they were like, "Guy, no be your voice. This one, no be your voice." No, So because most of my friends didn't know, most of them didn't know any, my musical side.
Okay.
In fact, so many people didn't know that it was William Onyeabor's son until he died. Yes. People didn't know about it. I wasn't really telling people much about it. Yeah. So I'm glad I'm doing this. I started my career 2020, December. My first single was December, I think 12th. And I've released almost 40 songs now.
Yeah.
It wasn't easy, but we're gonna push on. Sometimes you get discouraged. Some people write you hate comments on social media, but I still get a lot of wonderful comments from my fans, and I thank God for that. I really thank God.
Okay. Let's just talk about, you did mention racism when you were saying something, but let's not dwell on that a lot. Let's talk about how to, how you've been able to push your music considering language barrier, because I'm aware that you did a song, They Can't Pull Us Down, where you featured Miriam Taylor, and then you also did another song, Do It Your Way, featuring Enrico Matias. And how do you cope with the language, the language barrier? Not everyone over there, understands what you're, especially when you sing Ifenkili, for example. It's going to be the Nigerians, who are going to understand the Ifenkili, and not just all Nigerians, but the Igbos. And so for me, that is a non-Igbo, for example, I understand the music, but I may not understand what you're saying, but I love the music because it's our Nigerian sound. So how do you, try to communicate your music with your fans who are non-Nigerians, not just non-Igbos now, but non-Nigerians, especially over there where you are? How are you able to bridge the language barrier?
Sometimes music is not about that your particular language. Music is already its own universal language. When the sound is good, anybody can vibe to it. You need to see Oyibo people vibing to Flavor song. They just love the sound, okay? They don't even know what it means and they're vibing to it. So when I did those songs in Italian and English, it was me trying to penetrate the Italian market. I speak Italian fluently. I'm also Italian. So I featured Miriam Teller, who was my vocal coach, who also inspired me to do what I'm doing today. And then Enrico, he's a Nigerian, but he grew up here. He speaks Italian very well.
Mm-hmm.
So I made sure he did his own part in Italian while I did mine in English.
Okay.
It was a way to move into the Italian market. I got a lot of interviews after that. Yeah, my songs were being played in supermarkets and stuff like that. So um, for me, the language is not really the problem. When the sound is good, it's already its own kind of language.
Okay. All right. That's so beautiful to hear. This is to us.
Like I have, there's a white guy who called me and said, "Oh my Charles, mi piaci Fenkili Spacca." Like he doesn't even know what Fenkili means, but he said that I love you, Fenkili. I love it in Italian. So he loves the sound.
Okay, that's good. I think basically good music is about how it makes people feel. And so, I mean, the feeling, if you feel good about what is playing to your ears, you're just going to keep vibing to it, whether you know the meaning. Even if they're telling you your head is bent, your head is bent, your head is bent.
And then you go see bent head. They dance all of them. Sean.
All right, that's good.
Yeah.
It's also interesting to know that in 2024, Charles he also performed alongside Roga at his Europe tour in Bologna, and I mean it was quite thrilling. Whenever you have to perform with let's say a big Nigerian star over there, how does it make you feel?
Pleasure. Yeah. You have to do something to impress his fans, and you need to turn some of his fans to your own fans. So you need to do something to impress.
Okay.
You need to do something. You need to be like a superstar also.
Okay.
So, and the pressure is too much. You know, being this superstar thing annoys you. I did tell you. Because imagine you having a show like next week. You have to be very careful so that you don't lose your voice. You have to always cover yourself well. Yeah, you don't have to drink too much cold water and everything. Imagine you losing your voice a day to your performance.
Not good.
Hey, wahala. So, easy.
Oh my God. I can imagine. I can definitely imagine the level of intentionality you have to put into the entire creative process. Now, I did see somewhere that your creative process, you get so much inspiration when you are in your car. I mean, it's the weirdest place for a person to get music inspiration or any inspiration at all, But for you, it's when you're in your car. I mean, how does that work?
Because most of the time I'm driving, and in my car I always have an alone time. So when I have my windows wind up, I can be shouting and nobody will hear me now. So that's where I get the inspiration. That's where everything comes in.
Okay.
Yeah, you got to hear them for your head.
Okay.
Yeah.
All right. I know that there's some aspects of Charles that some persons would want to hear about. I don't know if Charles will want to share. I don't know if Charles will want to share this aspect with us. Is Charles single? I mean, there are lots of beautiful, amazing Nigerian women.
I know they're single. My woman go there somewhere, they watch this thing. I know they're single. I don't want problem. I'm not single.
So what happens to your female fans? You want to break their hearts?
No, they'll understand.
They'll understand.
They understand.
Okay, that's beautiful. That's really beautiful.
Yes.
All right, so thank you so much. Thank you so much, Charles, for having this conversation with us. We're going to play.
Thank you for having me.
So you want to stick around? Let's play the second song of yours, which I told you was going to be, maybe you're not expecting that one, but we're going to play it right about now.
Going to the line.
Okay, so that is Victory. Everything about Victory is so victorious, inspiring. It sounds different, it sounds calming, it sounds very unique, and it gives a different energy from other songs. And I don't know if Charles is still there. I want to just say something about
Yeah,
Victory very
I'm
briefly.
here. Yeah, Victory. The day I wrote that song 2002.
Hmm.
Yeah. So this December, while in Nigeria, there was this day I just felt victorious, and I was like, okay, with that song self, I had to go to my archive. I brought it out, and I recorded it. And I have to confess that it was one of the most difficult songs I've ever recorded because of the key, going high.
Mm.
It wasn't easy for me. I seem to train my voice. So, but I have a wonderful voice coach
Mm-hmm.
in Nigeria, Kali Song. So he helped me,
Mm.
taught me how to do it, and I delivered.
Mm.
So it's one of my best tracks. It's one of my best.
Oh, okay.
I'm fearless, and I know it.
Okay. I specifically love
Victory is
Victory.
flowing in my blood.
Mm-hmm. I love
Huh?
Victory. I love Victory, and I love Ifenkele. Those two songs.
Then you should also love Sawa.
Okay, I will check out more. I mean, you have so many songs to check out. I mean, come on, we can't exhaust that in one day. So,
Sawa is really good. Sawa is really good.
okay. All right. Thank you so much, Charles, for joining us to have this conversation and letting us into a little bit of your world and enjoying your music. We do hope that going on forward, it's going to be more progress, more explosion,
Sure.
more of shows shut down back to back, more ticket sales, every single thing that you want.
Amen.
And then when you're having Nigerian version of the shows, make sure it's in Abuja so that I'll be there live and direct.
Sure. It's gonna happen
All right.
this year. We're coming to Abuja.
Yay. All right. Do have yourself a great day ahead, Charles.
Thank you so much for having me. Thank you, and have a wonderful day yourself.
All right. Okay.
Thank you.
All right. Thank you.
Bye.
That is Charles on the show this morning. And it has been a great conversation. And with that, I would say thank you so much for staying with us from 7 up until now. There were so many things we wanted to share with you this morning, but that's why there's tomorrow. Tomorrow gives us a greater day, an opportunity for that which we couldn't do the other day. And so you just have to keep hope alive. Don't forget to follow us on our social media platforms on Facebook, on Instagram, and of course on X. Subscribe to our YouTube channel at Official Rapid TV, and you can stream from anywhere in the world all our programs on www.rbnradiotv.com. My name is Cynthia Agbo. We're going to wrap up the show and dance away with Ifenkele by Charles Onyeabor. I will see you tomorrow morning bright and early. Just know that I love you and stay safe.